Speaking about leaving parts out of the video, like, look at this clip, man. When Dukes is talking about if people lost in the Kumite, they'd throw you off like a 3 or 4 story roof. I keep this part between us.
If you lost, you were thrown off the roof.
Talking about if people lost in the Kumite, they'd throw you off like a 3 or 4 story roof. It's ridiculous, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I get.
Wait. Look at it. Fucking Frankie. What's going on here?
If you lost, you were thrown off the roof. That way they
How
knew
high of
the
a roof? Like, did these people die or something?
4 stories.
How high?
About 3 to 4 stories.
So they would die, right?
No. They broke. No. Let me tell you something. These guys know how to throw you off a roof, without dying. If you don't land on your head, they kind of like.
It's ridiculous, man. Like, I don't know. I mean, I guess anything is possible, but when I was discussing the real Kumite with Frank Dux, I felt if I leave this shit in, no one would take him serious, man.
Human roof throwing specialist? Or what the fuck? How can they predict how the person is gonna land? Like, how do they throw someone who's like, all right, we're throwing this guy and he's landing on his head. All right, this guy we're throwing, he's landing on his butt. Like, how do you, I mean, unless you tie them up and tie some type of weight to them, I don't see how that's gonna work.
I'm probably gonna add a shitload of legitimacy to him. I defended him on some of the shit that he said.
For those of you that don't know the history, Viking Samurai is a nobody. He did not know Frank Dux. I introduced him to Frank Dux. I'm the one that spent hours, days talking to him, trying to convince him to be on Viking Samurai's channel. Now, Frank Dux didn't even want to have a phone call with him. Okay? He didn't even want to talk to him. That said, he also wanted me to be in an interview if an interview was made. That said, I spent many hours convincing him, and the next audio I'm about to let you guys hear was right when Viking Samurai was about to maybe get a phone call with Frank Dux. Only a phone call. Why did he not know Frank Dux? It's because he's a nobody. I've known Frank Dux since 2010 when I owned a dojo in Mexico. He wouldn't be anywhere where he's at if it wasn't because of me. He keeps on claiming that he's the one that gave me a platform. BS. He's a nobody. Go back to his videos and watch from the beginning. He had nobody commenting. Go to his Facebook, to his first post, his first pictures. Nobody commenting. He's got no friends from high school. He was never popular before this platform. I introduced him to Frank Dux. That got him a lot of viewers. Then I introduced him to Ron Smodenberg. If you guys go back and look at his videos, the first videos that got him 250,000 views, go back to his older videos and scroll up. You will see the first video that got him 250,000 views, like a lot of views, was a video he did with me on who's Hollywood's biggest tough guy. And that video was completely my idea. Why would I introduce him to Frank Dux? Because we both know he's a fraud, and we were supposed to expose him together after he did maybe 1 or 2 okay-ish videos with him. We were supposed to expose him together. We were supposed to challenge his best student to fight me. It was always about me fighting people, guys. Me and Tim Witherspoon. Viking Samurai was playing as a promoter with no experience. I guess he figured he'll just triple up. And instead of being a promoter with no experience, might as well be a fighter with no experience. But it's BS. He's a white belt. He doesn't know any martial arts. I taught him all those kicks that he knows. I suspect his brother might be a black belt, though, but he never earned a black belt. Now he claims that he kicks better than me. He claims that he challenged me. He never challenged me, and I don't fight white belts. And if he wants to fight me, we can fight in Taekwondo combat. But the first requirement for Taekwondo combat is his black belt certificate, which you don't have. But if you want to do this, man, we can do this on the pavement, on the street, any rules. Even boxing, bro. Go and watch my videos, guys, on boxing sparring. I don't get hit once. This guy got hit all over the place. He got his ass whooped, and he's sharing this video walking over opponent when he got his ass whooped. I mean, the guy really suffers from the Dunning-Kruger effect. If you guys don't know what that is, look it up. Again, the next audio will be right before his phone call with Frank Dux.
And he's already telling you stuff that I would say he's greatly exaggerating, and some of the stuff is downright false in my opinion. But yeah.
No, bitch. Look at how his tone is about to change after this one.
By the way, I am going to talk to Frank Dux today.
By the way, I'm going to talk to Frank Dux today. You guys saw that? How his whole tone changed. Now he's cocky. This was the beginning, guys. This was the beginning. And I noticed it. I noticed something here already. In a moment, I'm going to prove how ungrateful and narcissistic he is. He's an ungrateful prick. That said, he's the bad guy, not me. See, he lied to all of you guys. All of you fans. All of you guys that were talking S to me. He lied to all of you for 2 years long. And I've just been watching. Because I knew it back then already. Before his first interview with Frank Dux, I already knew where this was going.
I am going to talk to Frank Dux today in less than an hour on the phone. So it's not a Zoom meeting, but it could be a potential future Zoom meeting. But just getting him to talk.
You have made me a happy man. Next, I'll make you that one. Yeah.
So it's not a Zoom meeting, but it could be a potential future Zoom meeting. But just getting him to talk on the phone is quite the victory, man.
Victory! You hostages, if you can hear me, we're coming! We're coming! Charlie! We're coming! Hang on!
The fact that he said it's quite the victory, or quite his victory even, says a lot, guys. I mean, I knew the guy already 14 years. I knew Frank Dux for 14 years. So I don't even see that as a damn victory, because I know a lot of famous people. I know people like Arnold Milchan. I gave him private lessons, the owner of Regency. He made Mr. and Mrs. Smith, Fight Club, you name it. I've been around a lot of famous people. So whatever. Frank Dux doesn't impress me. But like for him, it's a big deal. Or it was a big deal. Still is a big deal. I am sure he will love this video, right, guys? Be sure to repost it, like it, comment, ask me anything you want, whatever. That said, yeah, that's all he said. Quite the victory. He never gave me a thank you. How is that his victory? If anything, it will be my victory. I'm the one that got him on the phone with him and on the Zoom meeting. So I'm the one that made that happen for him. Spent, again, hours, weeks doing that. I never even got a thank you for him or a go F yourself from him. Nothing, guys. He's a very ungrateful person. This is the moment I realized how ungrateful he was. For me, this was the beginning of the end of my relationship with him. Really, though, guys. It's like, I have people skills. I know where this leads. I've dealt with a lot of people. I'm a bouncer. I've been a bouncer in 4 countries. So I know people. I know his kind. And that's the moment I realized what kind of person he is. So there already, I lost a lot of respect for him, and I stopped liking him as much, I must say. And, that's probably one of the reasons why his wife recently left him as well. I have more audio, guys. Don't go anywhere. I have audio of his Zoom meeting with Frank Dux. Our talk about the Zoom meeting. I have that audio right now. And I'm also going to give you guys Viking Samurai's original real opinion of the Martial Arts Hall of Fame and all those celebrity boxing matches and all those people that he's hanging around with right now. I'm going to expose you guys right now by his own words, his own opinion on them. That was actually what you guys heard in the beginning. Keep this between us. That's actually what he was talking about, not Frank Dux. So stick around for that, guys. Stick for the end of the video, guys. You guys can't miss this.
I know you like to look at yourself on television, you six son of a bitch. So look at this.
Why do you address a fellow warrior with such disrespect?
Warrior, you.
Welcome those words, Guile.
Anytime, big head. We'll go worldwide, just like now. General.
On your channel, man. I finished my first Dux video and sent it to him.
So this is the second strike I have with him. First one is that he didn't even say thank you, and he's calling it his victory. That's the first one. Now this is the second one. We were supposed to do that meeting together, guys. Frank Dux wanted me to be in it. He didn't even want to do it without me. So I was just waiting to hear when I had to do the meeting with them, to hear it from Dux, actually, or from Viking, either one. Didn't hear it. All of a sudden, now he's contacting me. And guess why, guys? He's contacting me and telling me, I just had this Zoom meeting with him. Frank Dux won't tell me what he thinks. I think he didn't like it. I think I cannot use it if he doesn't give me permission. He starts crying like a little... Yeah. And you know what? And I just didn't do nothing for him because it would have been easy for me to contact Dux. He always answers me right away, but he wasn't answering him. So he starts having like a nervous breakdown. Oh, I feel like I'm being held hostage with my video. I feel like I'm hostage. You know, you can tell that he's the type of kid that his parents didn't raise him right. He was probably too spoiled and always got what he wanted. This is why he turns out the way he is. You know, he's the type of person that'll never say thank you, I'm sorry, or you were right, or I was wrong. The man is always right and he knows everything. And he's smarter than everybody else. And you cannot tell him that he's wrong, and this is why he is the way he is. He's delusional and he's narcissistic.
On your channel, man. You know, I finished my first Dukes video and sent it to him because he's got to approve it before I make it public. So I don't know why he hasn't gotten back to me yet, because the video actually makes him look a lot better. So I don't know why he wouldn't want it out there if we just didn't have time to watch it yet. Oh yeah. As far as Frank Dukes, dude, I thought the interview went great, but I'm kind of pissed off he didn't, approve the video or say anything, if he requested a change, because I need to put these out. I kind of feel like it's being held hostage. I thought he died or something, because usually he'll get back to me, or I thought he was like flying to Mexico and he didn't have access to his phone, but I messaged him on Facebook and I texted him, so, I was going to call him tomorrow, but obviously he's not dead. He's on Facebook. And I got, obviously, a lot of Duke's videos to edit, because I talked to the dude for like 5 hours, like so many good ones to edit, but I don't even know if I'm going to edit them now. I spent all my fucking weekend working on that, and then now it's like, well, fuck it, dude. If he's not going to approve it, it's going to be like this. I'm just going to put other fucking videos out. I got to put something out on the channel. This one should have gone out today. Alright, at least he thought the video went well. I mean, or the interview. I mean, the video that I posted with him, dude, I defended him on some of the shit that he said. Like, it was a really fine line and balance of, not trying to make myself look ridiculous, but based on the way he described some of the Kumite-related things and the criticism related to it, it's like, the stuff he says isn't fucking crazy. Like, it is plausible the way he describes it. And it's not like the movie or anything. So, I feel like in a way I defended him quite a bit. And I think because I'm coming more for that neutral party, and yes, I'm somewhat skeptical. I'm not like the guy saying, oh, the guy's a fucking liar and a fraud about everything, like a lot of people. But I'm like, yeah, obviously I'm skeptical. But at least I'm open-minded. So coming from that perspective, I think I'm probably going to add a shitload of legitimacy to him. So I just don't see why he wouldn't approve the video. Yeah, we addressed the Kumite math. I mean, that part actually does make sense, the way he looks at it, and it's not fucking ridiculous the way the internet makes it, where there has to be like 72 quadrillion people, literally more people than has ever been on the face of the earth, and probably in our galaxy. Assuming there's other people on other planets in our galaxy. But, no, it is true what he points out about Matsuyama had 100-man kumites. I mean, granted, they fought for like 30 seconds, but, and then we talked about the Philip Cataray footage and other stuff, and, I don't know why he hasn't gotten back to me yet. It's weird, man. But I'll tell you how much full of shit these people are. So the Timothy Bill guy was telling me, oh, I'm going to get Dukes on this network, and they get 5 million views a month on YouTube and all this other stuff. Next thing you know, he shows up on the BYB Brawler network that literally has like 100 fucking subscribers and no views on the channel. So, Frank Dukes' quote manager, Timothy Bill, who I'm going to beat the shit out of if I ever run in person, by the way, obviously exaggerates quite a bit. But if they get funding for whatever reason and do go over and train fighters, well, fuck, dude, meet up with them. I told Dukes next time I'm in Vegas I want to train with them, and I'm going to. So if he's fucking coming to you, shit, I would do it just for the experience and for the YouTube channel. Because as far as martial arts go, I think, I'm curious on his 12 angles of attack method and that. But apparently Cody Travis guy is going to fight some other guy in March, some comedian guy. And I think Goldberg's backing him now just because he wants Cody Travis to get his ass beat. So the celebrity boxing thing, they're going to have a booth at Goldberg's event. I'll meet the guy who's going to fight Cody Travis. But, here's the thing. It's called celebrity boxing. Who the fuck's a celebrity? Because no one heard Cody Travis or the other fucking dude's name. It's like, what the fuck are you guys doing? More like wannabe celebrity someday boxing, So, I don't know. These guys are all fucking ridiculous, man. Oh, and the fact that they're using the name, the Bloodsport reality series, which is great, obviously associated with Frank Dux. I don't know if they can do it. Like Gabriel from Canon told me they could shut that down anytime. Not necessarily Gabriel himself, but, probably that old bro, the Lindsay guy that owns the rights. Sheldon could even probably fucking shut it down if he wanted to, since he's still getting residuals on the screenplay. So I don't think they can actually use that name if somebody says something because again, nobody knows about it. So it's probably going to fly under the radar, at least for now. But if anybody hears about it, who owns the Bloodsport rights, you're going to be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? You can't use that name. So then it'll be called, I don't know, the Dukes Reunion Jitsu reality series. But again, if they can't tie it into Bloodsport, nobody really gives a fuck. But it's kind of funny how much politics and, whatever is in the drama, is in the martial arts world. I keep this part between us, but, the Krav Maga instructor guy that I know from Arizona, who's part of Duke's Crew, thought he was actually going to get kicked out, but didn't, is kind of feuding a little bit with Francisco. Francisco Diaz, right, from Mexico. And the Jesse James, the Krav guy from Arizona, he's kind of with Sky Benson and Jacob Bressler and all these other guys. And he's going to see more info later, but they're kind of splintering off into becoming like the Rebel Dukes Ryu faction, It's fucking hilarious, man, just thinking about all this shit. But Oh, and by the way, dude, speaking of Michael Jai White, I will meet him in a month because I am going to go to Alan Goldberg's event, the biggest martial arts event on the East Coast. Michael Jai White's going to be there. A ton of people are going to be there. And Alan said, I'll get you your own booth. Anybody you want, I'll bring him to you. I'll introduce you to him. And I'm going to see if Gabriel from Canon can go, dude, because I want him to basically, represent Canon and put out the business card. Oh, the dude's phone call, it went good, man. It went good. I was actually surprised. I mean, the way he explained stuff, and don't get me wrong, he's like the king of spin. He could spin things where they do make sense. And you'd be like, okay, I mean, if you look at it that way, it kind of does make sense, right? But, I don't know, friendly guy. Even people who I've talked to that know him say, yeah, he's a friendly guy. It's hard not to like him, He's got a certain charm. It's probably how he even got Bloodsport made and other shit going on back in the day. But basically, I think it was just positive because we were both able to have a conversation. It was respectful. It was friendly. There was no weird tension or anything. I found him engaging. I even commented out loud to him. I said, hey, maybe you're not full of shit, regarding certain things. So I could just be real and talk and say that shit. I don't think a lot of people get away with that, man, with him because he is kind of sensitive, right?
shit.
Let me tell you a secret about the universe. Everybody always says, if you tried your best, that's all that matters. The best is all you can do. If you tried your best, it doesn't matter what happens. It doesn't matter if you lose if you tried your best. Most people have heard that before. But there is a secret to the universe that most don't know. If you actually try your best, you can't lose. Not pretend to try your best. Not try your best 90% of the time. Not try your best with excuses. If you genuinely try your best all of the time, all day, every day, it's impossible to lose. So when people say if you tried your best, it's okay to lose, that is a logic fail. Because if you lost, you didn't try your best in the first place. If you actually tried your best, it is impossible to fail in this life. God is watching and he rewards those who want it the most. If you want it the most, you can have it. It's a competition to get up every day, whether you feel like it or not, and perform regardless. That is the secret. You cannot fail if you try your best. So if you don't have the car you want, the woman you want, the relationship you want, the friends you want, the house you want, you haven't been trying your best. Because I guarantee you, the second you do, you'll have all of it. Every single one.